I used to really love Severance. Like, this show had me hooked. The mystery, the tension, the way every episode felt like we were getting closer to some massive reveal, it was perfect. But now, with season 2 almost over, I can't shake this feeling that the show has completely lost itself. Look, I know Severance is good. Everyone does. If I wanted easy views, I'd just say, yeah, it's amazing, and move on. But I'd be lying if I didn't admit that something feels off. And I don't mean just a minor nitpick. I'm talking about a fundamental problem that's been there since season 1 and is only getting worse. So, let's get straight to it. Severance is supposed to be a show built on mystery and intrigue, right? But what happens when a show drags out its mysteries for so long that it stops being fun? When it stops feeling like a rewarding experience and starts feeling like a chore? That's exactly what's happening here, and in this video, I'm going to break down why. So, what exactly is wrong with Severance? Well, the biggest issue is pretty simple. It's just not rewarding to watch. Now, I know that sounds weird, especially for a show that thrives on mystery and intrigue. Severance is designed to keep you guessing, to pull you in with unanswered questions, cryptic clues, and shocking reveals. And to an extent, that worked, especially in season 1. But here's the problem. The balance between mystery and payoff is completely off. Every good story is a back and forth between what we know and what we don't know. You introduce questions, build tension, and then reward the audience with answers. But Severance? It just keeps stacking questions without ever giving us real, satisfying resolutions. Let's break this down. At first, the mystery in Severance was exciting. The eerie, clinical atmosphere of Lumen, the unsettling rules, the cryptic corporate jargon, it all made us feel like we were uncovering something massive. We weren't just watching a show, we were detectives, piecing together clues and forming theories. We wanted to know, what is Lumen really doing? Why did Mark's wife disappear? What's with the weird cult-like rituals? What do the creepy numbers mean? And for a while, it felt like we were getting closer to answers. The breadcrumbs were there. The tension was real, and every episode felt like it was leading us towards something huge. But looking back, how much have we actually learned? Out of the dozens of questions raised in season 1, only a handful were ever truly answered, and even those answers just led to more questions. Instead of making steady progress, the show just keeps piling on new mysteries while ignoring the old ones. Imagine you're solving a jigsaw puzzle, and every time you lock in a piece, someone dumps another 50 pieces on the table. It's overwhelming, frustrating, and eventually it stops being fun. And here's the thing, leaving some things unexplained can be good storytelling. Shows like Lost, Twin Peaks, and Dark built entire fanbases around the idea of speculation and mystery. But at some point, you have to start paying off the mystery. In Severance, the balance between question and answer is completely broken. There's a fundamental problem when you can binge an entire season of a show and still feel like you know nothing about what's really going on. At some point, the mystery isn't a hook, it's a stall tactic. And the worst part? The show tricks you into thinking progress is being made when, in reality, it's not. Another big issue? Severance pretends like things are moving forward when, in reality, we're just going in circles. Think about how season 1 ended. That huge cliffhanger, with the innies finally waking up in the real world, secrets about to be exposed, and tension at an all-time high. It felt like a game-changing moment. Like the real story was about to begin. And then, season 2 starts, and what do we get? A reset. Instead of diving straight into the consequences of that massive moment, the show slows everything back down. It starts throwing more mysteries at us instead of resolving the ones we already had. This is a classic example of what I call false momentum. It's when a show makes you feel like things are happening, when characters are running, panicking, or uncovering new information, but at the end of the day, nothing meaningful has changed. The show keeps acting like it's building towards something huge, but we never actually get there. Let's be honest. How many times have you finished an episode of Severance feeling like you've just been baited into watching another one? Like you're waiting for that one big moment that never actually comes? It's like running on a treadmill. You feel like you're making progress, but in reality, you're stuck in the same spot. This is what really kills Severance for me. For a show to feel rewarding, things need to move forward. Choices need to have real consequences. But instead, as season 2 progresses, we're left with more and more unanswered questions, without any real revelations. Think about it, every episode keeps stacking new mysteries, but nothing actually gets resolved. It's like the writers are pulling a magician's trick, distracting us with more questions so we don't notice that we're not actually getting anywhere. A great story has turning points, moments where things change forever. Where the plot crosses a line and can never go back to the way it was before. Season 1 pretended to have that moment with its big cliffhanger. It felt like the game had changed, like we were about to enter a whole new phase of the story. And then, Season 2 hit the reset button. We're still stuck with our 4 main characters, still trapped in Lemon, still asking the same questions, still waiting for the show to finally move forward. But instead of getting answers, we're just getting more breadcrumbs. Why was Heli Saudi really severed? We don't know. What's the ultimate goal of the Egan cult? No real clue. Why are there goats? Still nothing. What are the numbers really for? We're somehow even more confused than before. It's getting ridiculous. At this point, Severance isn't a show about solving a mystery, it's a show about prolonging one. And here's the worst part. I don't think Severance is ever going to change in a meaningful way. At some point, sure, we'll get some answers. But I can almost promise you it won't happen this season, or even next season. This problem is baked into the show's DNA. It's how the writers have structured everything. They're keeping us stuck in this loop because they know it keeps us watching. It's frustrating, it's manipulative, and frankly, it's starting to get boring. So, is Severance a bad show? Not necessarily. It's still got an incredible cast, a unique premise, and some of the best tension building I've ever seen in a TV series. But is it satisfying to watch? Not at all. A mystery isn't a mystery unless it's actually going somewhere. And right now, Severance feels like a show that's just spinning its wheels, pretending to be deep while refusing to actually deliver on its own setup. Maybe things will change. Maybe by the time this season ends, I'll look back at this video and laugh at how wrong I was. But I doubt it. Because the only thing worse than being wrong is being wrong and loud about it. But hey, if you made it this far, you probably have thoughts of your own. Do you agree? Disagree? Am I missing something? Drop a comment and let's talk about it. And if you do like deep dives like this, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. It tells me to keep going, and trust me, I've got a lot more to say.